Alright, good morning. It is good to realize that if love and peace can prevail on earth, and if we can teach our children to honor nature's gifts, the joys and beauties of the outdoors will be here forever. This quote, said by former President and recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, Jimmy Carter, shows one common dream of many people living in our world today. To see our later generations witness the same beauty we have been so graciously blessed with seeing every day. Unfortunately, there's a greater issue facing us all, one that is disrupting this common dream, one that is threatening our very own home, the Earth, one that will potentially threaten the health and well-being of the humankind, and most shockingly, one that we've all had a little something to do with. Global warming, by definition, is the increase in the average temperature of the Earth's near-surface air and oceans since the mid-20th century, and is projected to continuation. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, this is caused, in part, by the release of greenhouse gases from burning of fossil fuels and other human activity into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat close to the Earth, resulting in a rise in global temperatures. While global warming is a topic still under much debate, one fact that cannot be disputed: Earth's atmosphere has gotten warmer and will continue to do so. In his Earth Day proclamation, Barack Obama stated that global warming is the one issue that deserves more attention than anything else in our world. It is our duty as a nation to follow this and change the way we are affecting our planet. In America, we account for 25% of carbon emissions in the world. By taking action, we can lessen our carbon footprint and move towards a greener Earth. Today, I will convince you that in order to solve the bigger problem, we must start small and specifically make our schools more eco-friendly in all school districts. As you may have noticed, our school has been undergoing many changes in the past few months, and we've built a whole new green school. All schools should have this opportunity to go green in their own way, whether it's building a whole new school or making changes to their existing building. This is necessary because green schools lessen energy usage and billing, increase student performance, and make for a healthier environment while preserving natural resources. When you hear that all schools in America are spending $8 billion each year, you would think that this is going towards students' educations and futures, right? In her online seminar series, Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton announced this painfully large number and its even more painful cause. Schools in the United States are currently spending $8 billion not towards students' education, but towards the energy that is needed to run their classrooms. Fortunately, by going green, individual schools can save an average of $100,000 a year in water and energy costs. They can use this money for things such as textbooks and school supplies, and not just heating their classrooms. Electricity is one of the major factors that can be reduced in schools wanting to go green and save money. First, solar energy is the process of using light from the sun and converting it into usable energy. Solar panels can produce clean, renewable energy without generating noise, pollution, or greenhouse gases. The Montgomery County Public School System in Maryland recently started using solar panels to power 3 of their schools, making 40% of the energy needed by the schools. These solar panels turned out to be extremely beneficial. Jerry D. West, superintendent of schools, said, "It does more than just bring a substantial amount of energy into the county and reduce the demand of electricity. It also provides a real-life science lab where students can see solar energy at work." Another alternative to using electrically powered light is using daylight to light the classrooms. By opening the blinds alone, you've already reduced the need for electrically powered light. Additionally, light shelves are horizontal light-reflecting overhangs that are used to reflect the daylight onto the ceiling. This, in turn, distributes the light into the room. Using daylight not only cuts electricity bill in half, but it provides enhanced learning conditions also. In a study conducted by the California Energy Commission, it was found that in schools using daylight, there was a 21% improvement in student learning rates, and students scored an average of 5 points higher on their tests. Many schools invest millions of dollars in efforts to raise test grades, when the real answer could be right outside their windows. As a major contributor to pollution in today's society, school buses run on harmful diesel fuel. In an article by Yale University, it is stated that children are particularly susceptible to diesel emissions because they breathe at higher rates and are still developing. Children are exposed to diesel soot and exhaust fumes every day, whether it's while they're waiting on the curb or playing near idling buses. So why are we still using these school buses? As the safest way of transportation, school buses are necessary to school districts by reducing the number of cars in the carpool. Only solution to the diesel problem is replacing this with biodiesel. Coming from American crops such as soy and canola, this not only creates a safer environment, but also supports the American economy and their need for greater energy independence. Using alternatively fueled buses reduce CO2 emissions, smog, and ground level ozone. Additionally, using alternative energy is another healthy way to commute, or alternative transportation is another healthy way to commute to and from school. In the Roaring Fork Valley, they held an alternative transportation week. Students were encouraged to ride the bus, walk, or bike to school. Appealing even more, the students were offered a reward to the student who made the most trips without a car and logged it in their notebook. The results were astonishing, and some students made more than 40 trips without a car, and reported they enjoyed this event and would continue it in their lives. This is a way of advertising a healthy and green lifestyle to the leaders of tomorrow. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, population is swelling at a mind-boggling rate. It is predicted that over 9 billion people will be living on the Earth in 2050. This means 25% fewer natural resources provided per person than there was in 1950. Luckily, this future can be changed with a few simple replacements. To start, installing low-flow sinks, waterless urinals, and dual-flush toilets reduce the total water usage by 50%, according to the Sydney Program for Water Efficiency. Using toilets that use harvested rainwater instead of usable water help ease the strain on municipal water systems in the community. Not wasting natural resources and helping the environment also. One of the most well-known environmental actions is recycling. Throwing away items that could be recycled diminishes energy, water, and natural resources that could be saved by recycling. For every ton of paper that is recycled, the following is saved: 7,000 gallons of water, 380 gallons of oil, and enough electricity to power the average house for 6 months. Schools can set up bins at lunches for recycling packaging material and in classrooms for recycling paper materials. By enforcing a recycling system in all schools throughout America, we will make sure that we leave a great amount of resources to the later generations on the earth. Implementing all of these products can be a costly process. Thankfully, there are generous programs devoted to helping schools of all sizes to adopt this green lifestyle. One specific plan that stands out from the rest is the Go Green Initiative. This was started by Jill Buck, a mother and former member of her child's school PTA. Jill saw the schools generating tons of waste and also using harmful pesticides that did nothing but harm the surrounding environment. After seeing this, Jill created a nonprofit organization that essentially enforces environmental stewardship. Here's a video where Jill explains more about the Go Green Initiative and her reasons, and also the reasons of the community.
Hi, this is Jill Buck. I'm the founder of the Go Green Initiative. The Go Green Initiative is the largest environmental action plan for schools and businesses worldwide. We operate in 47 U.S. states, 10 countries, and on 4 continents. One of the things that makes the Go Green Initiative so successful is the generous donations of folks like you that help us keep our program free to all schools no matter where they are. So I'm asking you to support the Go Green Initiative with your generous contribution today. There's several reasons to support the Go Green Initiative. Here are a few.
I support the Go Green Initiative because it brings knowledge to young people, the generation that's going to make the change.
I feel a deep responsibility to do what I can do now to save the planet.
It's fun, and because I get to teach my family stuff.
Because when I grow up, I want the world to be as beautiful as it is today.
I support the Go Green Initiative because I want to teach my children how to care for the planet.
Because education is key. If you're not giving people the information to make a difference, how can we make a difference?
It supports saving the planet for people, not from people.
Yep, he's right.
And we support the Go Green Initiative
Because of him.
Go Green!
Support the Go Green Initiative. Donate today.
Save the world for tomorrow.
By simply just filling out a packet that describes what your school is and is not doing for the environment, you've gotten one step closer to a green school. This program will provide funding and support to all the areas of eco-friendliness that your school is lacking or wants to expand on. Through many sponsorships and global support, the Go Green Initiative is able to provide custom support plans to school for free. Going green is not only limited to schools. Our choices and behaviors have a ripple effect that reaches across the world today and onto future generations. What we buy, what we do or do not recycle, and what we throw away has an impact on our planet. With Earth Day right around the corner, everyone pitch in and can participate. To conclude, all schools in the United States should adopt the Go Green Initiative and become green schools. You've all heard the severity of global warming. You've seen the news reporting rapid melting ice rapid melting of the ice caps and rising in global temperatures and sea levels. Whether you decide to support this or not changes your future and the futures of everyone in the world. Ignorance today only leads to problems tomorrow. Remember, our environment, the world in which we live and work, is a mirror of our attitudes and expectations. Go green. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.